Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am coming on here today to do a video to set up my December budget pages in my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. We are almost to December, so I wanted to get everything set up that way when December does come, I'm already prepared and ready to go. So I have everything situated here. Like I said, this is my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. I use this strictly for budgeting, nothing else. And then I have my December budget kits right here in the December theme. So I have my transactions log, my debt tracker, sinking funds. I have a thin washi kit, 2 thick washi kits, my December budget, and my weekly check-in. So these are going to be the stickers that I'm going to be using to create my December budget. So this right here is November. This is what we are currently in right now. And then this is what my December spread will look like when I get done here setting it up. So we will go ahead and get started. I have not set up my monthly overview yet, and that is mainly because I am actually working on a monthly kit that would match my monthly budget kits. And I'm just going to kind of show you a sneak peek. I have a little bit more tweaks to make, but this is what it would look like. So you would get the top headers up here with the days of the weeks. I kind of changed the fonts a little bit, and I'll do a complete video on this once I get them done. You have December 2019, you have some thin washi down here to match the background up here. You will get 20 bill due stickers that match kind of the themes and the colors. You'll get the date cover dots. Whatever holidays fall in that month, you'll get those script headers. You'll get payday stickers, and then some, you can use these little stickers as expense stickers or whatever you want. So that's kind of what it looks like. I'm still working on a few things before I release it, but that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to hold off on doing this overview spread until I'm finished with that. That way I can use that kit. So what I do here is I always do my monthly budget on this page, and then this page is my sinking fund and debt tracker. I do my transaction log here, my weekly check-in here, and then this last page I use for my debt update. So that is what we are going to do. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my December budget. I'm going to lay down the stickers, and then I will actually write out my budget for you guys. And that includes the income that I am projecting to get or guessing to get in the month of December, as well as all of my expenses. I'll also write out all of my sinking funds, what the beginning total for December is, and then my debt, what the beginning total going into December is. Sometimes my mouth moves faster than my brain is thinking, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe my brain is thinking so fast and my mouth is trying to keep up, and it sometimes doesn't work out. So that is the thick washi. So you can see the theme I went with for December is kind of like a poinsettia, I guess, type of play here. So you have some pinks in the flower, some light purple, and some blues, but it just kind of reminded me of poinsettias. The majority of things that you see for December kits are, you know, really traditional Christmas red and green and whatnot. So I really wanted to do something different. So I really like the color theme of it and the poinsettia look. So we're going to lay down our December budget script stickers there. And then this is the December budget kit. So you have December budget script sticker. You have your income washi, total income, expenses washi, total expenses, and then total budgeted savings and total actual savings. I'm not going to use this last washi just because I am not currently putting any money aside for savings at the time being. I won't start that until January. I already have my $1,000 emergency fund saved up, so what I start in January will actually be money for my kids' savings account, as well as an additional money for my savings account. As come January, I will only be working on, hopefully, 2 debts. So that's hopefully, as long as everything goes as planned, which we all know sometimes it does not. Okay, so I got the income washi down, and I will be, let's see, I will have 3 different income sources. I kind of lump together all of my online income as one source, and then I actually separate it out and tell you or show you guys what I made from each, you know, what I made from Etsy, what I made from YouTube, ShareSell, all of that. I separate that out in my online income recap video at the end of every month. So, but when I do set up my budget, I just kind of lump all of my projected income amounts together for online purposes. So we'll leave 3 lines. Actually, I'm going to leave 4 lines just because that way there's a space in between the last line and the totals. And the nice thing about these kits is you can set them up however you want to. You know, you can use the thin washi to separate things. You can use just one thin washi underneath your script sticker. You can do whatever you want. They're really versatile in that way, I guess I would say. Okay, so I got the top half, which was the income portion on. I'm going to just lay down a thin washi strip to separate the income from the expenses portion. Again, you do not have to do this. You can lay it out however you want to. And then I'm going to take my expenses thin washi and lay that right underneath that thin washi. And the paper that these are printed on is premium matte. They are removable after some time. If you leave them on there for a long time and then try to remove it, it's not going to be, and that bothers me. See how that's over to the right a little farther? I have to fix that. Or that will drive me crazy looking at it every single day throughout the month. Okay, that should be better. So as you can see, they are removable if you mess up like that. Alright, so I have my expenses portion on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay the total expenses washi. I had to count to see how many expenses I had, so I knew where to lay my washi at. So I'm going to lay this one right here. Actually, I'm going to skip a line and go down 1. We'll put that right there. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm actually going to write out my budget for you guys. So I'm using my actually I'm going to use my other one. My Erin Condren dual tip marker here, and I'm going to use the fine line. So my first income that I'm going to write down is my full-time job. So I always start with this one. The amount that I'm budgeting, I always get paid the same amount from this employer, so it doesn't change unless I don't work the full 40 hours, but that rarely ever happens because I have PTO when that does happen. So it's always the same. So the amount that I'm budgeting for my full-time job is $2,200. And actually, I forgot, last month I actually did lines, and it worked out really well, as you can see here. I might actually do that again. Alright, I can tell my marker is dying a little bit. That's okay. Alright, so I am budgeting $2,200 from my full-time job for the month of December. My next income source would be my part-time job. And for that one, I am budgeting $829. And then last, I'm just going to put online. And again, that includes YouTube, Etsy, Sharecell, any of those online income sources. I lump all together for the December budget. But then my online income recap, which I do at the end of every month, that's when I break down what I actually got paid from each online source, so you guys can kind of see it all together. But for online, I am budgeting $2,500 for my online income. So we will go ahead and add these up here. So I am budgeting $5,529. So $5,529 is what I am budgeting for my income to be for the month of December. Alright, so for my expenses, I'm going to actually write them all out, and then I will go ahead and write my budgeted amounts for each one. Okay, so I meant to push record on the video and evidently didn't push it far enough, so I honestly don't know what you guys saw last. I have written out here all of my expenses, and so far I have the budgeted amount. So Capital One is $145 for the month. One Main, which is a personal loan, is $305. Apple is $27. My car loan is $612 for the month of December. And my kids' school account is $70. So right now I'm at my daughter's tumbling, which is going to be $65 for December. Rent is $200. I get asked this all the time, mostly probably by new people who haven't watched some of my stuff, but I live in a family-owned house, so I am lucky enough to only have to pay them a little bit. So that is the rent situation. That's why it is so low. Hulu, I've mentioned this before, but is actually going up in the month of December. So it used to be $49. Now I am gonna budget $59. It's $40 or $54.99, but then they add on tax and fees, and I don't exactly know what it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna budget $59, and then we'll have to see where it ends up being once I get the actual bill. Verizon, I am budgeting $128 for the month. My car insurance is the same $80. December is a 4-week month, and by week I mean Friday weeks. So I get paid every Friday, and that's when I stuff my cash envelopes. So like for November, there were 5 Fridays in the week of November, so I actually stuffed my cash envelopes 5 times rather than the 4. So this month with December, I am back to stuffing them just the 4 times throughout the month. So gas for December, I'm going to budget $160, which would be $40 a week. Groceries will be $320, which will be $80 a week. Spending will be $160, which is also $40 a week. And then sinking funds, I actually have 7 sinking funds that I am currently working on. I lumped them all together here, and then I will separate them out on with my sinking fund kit on the next page. So lumping them all together, I am projecting sinking funds to be $625 for the month of December. So we will go ahead and get my expenses totaled. So we have $145 plus $305 plus $27, $612, $70, $65, $200, $59, $128, $80, $160, $320, $160, and $625. So I'm budgeting my expenses to be $2,956. And then, so income of $5,529 and expenses of $2,956. So I should be able to put a significant amount of money towards my debt snowball for December. Now I already do know what I was able to put towards my debt snowball for the month of November. I am not going to tell you guys right now because I am saving it for its own video. I did that last month. I made live payments online on a video for my extra debt snowball payments, and that was really fun. So I'm going to do that again, so I'm not going to tell you guys yet what I put towards debt, but it was very exciting. I'll just say that. Okay, so over here, so this is budget. Budget is completely done. At the end of the month, I will go through and write down what I had for actual income and actual expenses, and then see if we were above budget or below budget, or kind of where we landed throughout the month. So next is I'm going to do sinking funds. So again, I do this just at the page right after, it would be the second blank page, which I do right after my budget page. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down another thick washi here at the top in the December pattern. And all of these stickers you can find in my Etsy shop. I also have paycheck to paycheck budget stickers for the month of December, and I do have my January kits up. January I actually started doing 2 different themes. One more traditional, and then one that is not at all, so go ahead and check that out. So the Sinking Funds kit has Sinking Fun script sticker, then your actual Sinking Fun thin washi, and then a totals washi. So I'm going to lay down the script sticker first. And then this is where I'll actually break down all of my sinking funds so you guys can see what ones I am contributing to in the month of December. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay down the thin washi here. So this thin washi lists the category, the beginning of the month balance, what you added or took out, and then what the end of the month balance is. Okay, so we will go ahead. I am going to go ahead and write out my category of sinking funds, and then we'll write out the totals. Okay, so there are the 7 different sinking funds I'm working with. I am going to lay down this last thin washi, which is the Sinking Funds total washi. I'll just leave one space there and then lay that one down. Perfect. And now I'll write out the total. So going into the month of December, my car maintenance sinking fund is at oh, you know what? I'm going to do the lines here. I'm going to lay down my lines and then I'll do the totals. Okay, I sure hope those are straight. Good enough. Alright, so car maintenance beginning amount going into December is $130. My kids' envelope is also $130. Christmas sinking fund going into December is $920, which is very exciting because Black Friday is just a few days away. Medical is $40. Household is $30. Gifts is $80. and personal care is $65. So going into December, these are what my sinking funds are currently at. So we have 130 plus 130 plus 920, 40, 30, 80, and 65. So I have $1,395 right now in my sinking funds. So that is really exciting. And then again at the end of the month, I'll come in here, write what I put in for each envelope or sinking fund, what I took out, and what the ending balance is for the month. So next is going to be my debt tracker. And for the debt tracker, I'm going to use a thick washi. Get that laid down here. And then the debt tracker sticker kit has debt tracker strips, script sticker, your debt thin washi, and then totals. So we'll go ahead and lay down the script sticker on top of that thick washi. And then come right underneath that with the debt thin washi. And I have 3 debts that I'm working on, or actually 3 debts left to my name. So I'm going to put this totals right there. That'll give me 3 lines to write them and then a line to leave open. I'm going to do again my lines here. Alright, so the first debt that I have is Capital One. It is a credit card. And then we have One Main, which is a personal loan. And the last one is my car loan. So Capital One, going into the month of December, has a balance of $3,662.79. One Main, going into December, has a balance of $7,948.53. And that one is exciting because I dropped down from the $8,000 to the $7,000. And then my car, and this is also exciting, I dropped from the $30,000s to the $20,000s. So I was very excited about that. Alright, so we will go ahead, and that's $29,222.52. So I'm going to go ahead and add up these 3. 948.53, and the last is $29,222.52. So $40,833.84, which means that going into January, I should actually be in the 30,000s with my debt. So I will definitely be looking forward to that. At the end of the month, I will come back in here, write what I paid towards each one and what the ending balance is for each one. So I'm going to just zoom out here. So this is what the sinking funds and debt tracker page looks like, or at least how I set it up. So the last one that I'm going to do here, or last 2, is my transactions log will go over here, and my weekly check-in will go right here. I'm going to lay down those stickers quick, and then I will come back with you. Okay, I'm doing the transactions log right now. I'm going to lay down the transaction script sticker. And then this one just has one thin washi because I actually total my transactions up in my weekly check-in, so I don't do a totals for the transactions. So then we have that. So date, amount, category, and then description. So that is it for my transactions log, and then I usually will take up the entire page, as you can see, like here in November. And then on this page here, I do my weekly check-in. So just like the other pages, laying down a thick washi And then this is my weekly check-in page or sticker kit. This one, they all have 5 weeks. It's easier for me to just leave the 5 weeks in for the months that actually have 5 weeks, and then you can just discard the 5th week for the months that do not have the 5 weeks. So I'm only going to be listing the 4 weeks for the month of December. So we're going to start here with week 1, which I like to put directly under that thick washi. And the weekly categories have week, category spent, and remaining. And then I have right here, these are my categories. So I have grocery, spending, gas, sinking fund, and unbudgeted. So 5 different categories. So I'm going to leave 5 lines, or 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm just going to put this week 2 right under that one. So that's week 2, and then again for week 3 I'm just going to skip the 5 lines and come in right underneath that for week 3. And again with week 4. Lay 4 down. And then I'm going to skip 5 lines, and I'm going to end with my totals thin washi. And I'm actually going to skip 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to skip an extra line there, just to break up my weeks from my totals. So that is how the December weekly check-in will look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write in my categories here for every week. They're the same categories, but I'm going to write them in for each week. Alright, so I got all of my categories written out: spending, groceries, gas, sinking funds, and unbudgeted, and I got them written out for all 4 weeks of December. So that is it. I'm just going to take you guys back here and show you how everything looks laid out. Again, we'll get back to that, but we have our December budget here with total income of $55.29, total budgeted expenses of $29.56. We have our sinking funds here. Total sinking funds going into December is $1,395. That is how much I have in my sinking funds right now. Debt tracker, going into December, we have $40,833.84 in debt. We have our transactions log here, which I will utilize the first week of December. And then we have our weekly check-in here with our 4 weeks of December, our totals, and laying out all of our categories. So that is it. That is setting up my budget for the month of December. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. If you are interested in any of the stickers I have here, go check out my Etsy shop. The link's in the description below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!